Hey guys, so today we're going to be talking about flash cards. It's the thing that the retro gamers tend to not talk about because it's against their beliefs, especially the collectors, because it's against everything that they hold really. Obviously collectors want to build the massive collection, whereas gamers themselves just really want to play games, and that's where flash cards come in handy. So this is my collection of flash cards. It's not really a review of them, it's just briefly talk about my experiences with them. That kind of thing. I will put up links in the descriptions below how to buy some of them, but some of them you can't really buy anymore, at least the versions I have. Most of my collection is from the Retro Towers, which is the UK website. But yeah, let's get down to it, let's have a quick look. So first up, my first experience with any kind of flash card was the original R4 on the DS. Obviously the box here isn't the original R4, I think it's the SDHC version, which is a clone of the R4. Ironically, I don't actually have the flash card anymore, I've just got the box. A friend of mine, he had the original R4 and we traded them, just because he didn't have any SD cards that were 2GB where I did. My R4 is currently on loan to my other half's nephew, but I still have the box, so I thought I'd at least include the box in the video. Then moves us on to this next thing, which is the gateway. The gateway comes in two forms, the 3DS version and the DS version. Now, I don't really use the 3DS version, but I'll come to that in a second. This is just the DS version. It's essentially just another R4 clone. I had an 8GB card in there, as you can see here. And that just basically allows me to play some DS backups and ROM hacks, translations, that kind of thing. Now, Nintendo aren't exactly making any money on the original DS cards, but they are making money on 3DS cards. As you can see, I have no SD card in here. I don't use the gateway. I don't think the gateway fan base is very big anymore. I don't think many people actually use it. I wouldn't recommend it anyway. Now, this is the Easy Flash 4. It's one of my most used flash cards, mostly because I really love Game Boy Advance games. And it's so much easier to just have ROMs on there than carrying multiple cartridges around, especially when some of the games are quite rare now, like the Pokemon games and the Dragon Ball games that I play as well. As you can see, the build quality wasn't very good on this. It's really lacking in quality. I think mine's semi-broken at the moment from overuse and dropping it, but last time I tried it was at least working. My previous experience with the Easy Flash was I had the Easy Flash 3, which I've put some images on the background here. These aren't my images, I just got them from Google. But basically, it was like, it wasn't a flash card, you didn't put the SD card in, you just flashed the game to the memory on there. It could handle a few games, but it had like I think mine had a 2GB limit on it. So I could have like Kingdom Hearts 2 on it, or a few other games, but Kingdom Hearts 2 meant I could only fill the whole memory with that one game. Now, my first console was the Mega Drive, so I had to get the EverDrive card for this. Again, obviously I got it from Retro Towers. Again, I put the link in the description. I can't remember exactly which version I got. It's been a while since I've used this cartridge because I no longer have a functioning Mega Drive. I had to sell my Multi-Mega quite recently, and my Mega Drive 2 is just basically a motherboard. I was doing some experiments on it. We'll leave that for another day, and the shell's been used for one of my Raspberry Pis anyway, so... But yeah, at the moment it's pretty much useless to me, but it's class because you can put the BIOS on from the Sega CD and other games. And then the next cartridge I did use quite a lot was the SD2 SNES. I don't use it as much anymore, but it came in handy because I had one of the switches on my SNES, so I could switch between PAL and NTSC, so 60Hz and 50Hz. So that came in handy, I mean I can play the 60Hz games. Not all SNES games are compatible with the SD2 SNES. I did previously have the Super UFO, is it? So I'll come to that in just a second. I don't have it anymore, but this is what I had. It was the Super UFO Pro 8. It was quite cool. It didn't have as much compatibility with the other as the SD2 SNES did, but again, I gave this to the same friend that I took the R4 from, so he got my R4 and this. It wasn't a trade or anything, just gave it away. Now, the EverDrive N8, again, I haven't had much experience with this. I was quite let down by it. Its mapper compatibility isn't the best, but it does have a great compatibility with the official licensed NES games. So you're not going to be able to get things like the Pokemon Yellow NES ROM running on here. But it's still good. It's maybe not as worthwhile anymore. I've mostly moved on to playing any kind of like ROM hacks and stuff on my NES Classic, but again, still quite good, and it's easier just to put games on here than have a massive library of games. But I still have a small collection of original NES games. I think it was an 8GB SD card I had in here. Yep. which is plenty enough for the whole library if you ever needed it. Now I haven't had much experience with this one either, the EverDrive 64. The main reason I haven't much experience with it is I was a PlayStation era boy. I do have an N64, obviously, but I have this. And it let me play some Outer Region games as well, so I can play some NTSC, PAL and Japanese games as well, which is really fun for people like me. So that's just been a brief overlook of the Flash carts that I own. I can do separate reviews on, obviously, any of them if you would like me to. The only ones I'd say I can't really review at the moment is the Mega Drive one, obviously because I don't have a working Mega Drive. The Gateway 3DS cart, because again, I don't use it anymore. I've stopped using it completely. I don't recommend anyone does, but I can review the NDS part of it. And currently I can't review the R4 cart because obviously I don't have it at the moment. It's, like I said, in possession of my other half's nephew. But I also lent him a DS Lite to go to play it. But yeah, if you want to know more about any of these, just let me know, and I'll put some links in the description where you can buy some of these. As in most of the places I get them from Retro Towers. I no longer have an account on there. I think the last time I had an account on there was 2016. I've had most of these carts since like 2014. But yeah, as always, thanks for watching. If this has been any use, please like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz.